Well, isn't this fun? A torrential downpour. And 96 degrees. Alright, so welcome back. This is going to be a little bit different of a video because I've got way too much time into trying to get this edited and keeping all the content in order and where I wanted it to go. And I filmed like 6 hours here. I'm trying to squeeze into one video, so I decided to cut out most of the talky parts, not all of them, but most of the talky parts, and just kind of give you a little narration here and there to keep you on track of what's going on. And thought I'd just let this thing roll on time lapse, and let's just get this frame rail done. She's still warm. Alright, I'm going to use my template. I marked where the ends of the cuts are on my bracket, and since the bottom was right there, I can use that to line up the top one. That's taking a while, but prep is everything. That's pretty close. It's right over here. That's really good. Alright. Whoop. That was heavy. Alright, so here we get to do two things. One, we make sure we keep all this nice and tight. In fact, I should feel like I should reach up in here and clamp that. Alright, hold that, please. Alright, so the idea here is that as we're bending this thing around the side pieces, we're trying to avoid kinking it. So we're being, going at it a little bit at a time, just small bites. And the other thing is we're trying to get the metal to relax into the correct position. I don't want to have to hold it in position while I tack weld it, because you really don't want the metal under any kind of tension while you're doing that. You can break tacks later, things like that. So it comes out better, I feel, when you've got it shaped properly before you tack it up. So that's all we're doing here. We're bending it again, checking it, bending it, checking it. We're using the square and the straight edge to make sure that it matches the other frame rail that we had already built. And because we have, instead of just using a ruler, I'm using a square, because then I can line it up to the side of the other frame rail also to make sure it's not just straight according to the curves, but it's also square to the rail itself. So that's all we're doing here. Endless checking. And then I've cut a ton of the checking out, a ton of the bending, but it's just a slow process. Just keep going around and around and around until we get her done. Alright, thank you. Ooh, this is bad. It's, I'm moving this whole thing in like this. Am I? Oh, I gotta cut those welds. What's happening, I think, is as I'm going along, it's shrinking it and pulling it in. I don't know if you guys can see it from where I've got the camera, but That's way off. That's like an 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. Good again here. So these 3 got to get cut. Maybe these 4. So this is the idea. The problem is I did it a little too soon. So right now this is much lower than this. So I need to bring that back out and then fold it around. Because I got tons of room here, so it can definitely come up and out more before I fold it in. So I got to unclamp all this stuff, let that relax, set at least 1 more tack in here, maybe 2, probably 1 more. Then we'll do all this. Start this again. Just broke that tack. It's fine. There's one up. And it does. Okay, bring back the ends up. There we go. Alright, that just goes like that. Alright, let's check out what we got. Oh, so left. Perfect. Alright, so we'll take this one down. Take this one down. I'll show you what I'm done. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to unclamp this whole thing, switch sides, clamp it all back together. I need to grind a couple things to make sure this side's smooth. I'm going to haul it over to the grinding bench and do it over there. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've switched it around so it can be on this side. All we're trying to accomplish at this point is kind of getting everything held in place. See if you guys look at this thing. Alright, as you can see, we've kept them aligned, but we still got to fill in that inside. This was the leftover piece from this piece. I didn't make it quite long enough, so I've still got to put a curve in it down here, but it's the right width, and I took a long time sanding it to get it perfect. So I'm going to try and see if I can make this work. I find using a dead blow hammer for this works real well because you get a pretty good smack without a big swing, so I have a little more control and accuracy. Plus, because it's got a rubber face on it, it kind of wraps around the metal as it's going over this, engine stand in this case. So it helps put the bend in it without putting any flat spots in it the way a regular hammer would. So that's about as good as it's going to get. Same there. So yeah, we're good. Alright, next day, here we are. We've got the, you saw me hammering on it to get the shape right, and now we do. And I've got it mocked up in place and cut to length. Don't look at my ugly welds. I think I figured out what's going on. As you can see, we've got this all lined up. Stupid magnets are super strong. It's all lined up nice now. The inside matches as well. So now I can go ahead and start tacking this together. We got it all sanded. Alright. proving quite difficult to line up. Way far off. Wait. What do you think? Jeez. Alright. Now we gotta tap that in. This is actually good. Okay, we're ready to start welding. Hopefully we don't mess this all up. I don't want to pour a bunch of heat to it and have it work too much, so we're just going to sit here and beat around with tacks. Alright, so it's been probably a half an hour. It's cool. It's not even warm anymore. It's actually feels cooler than the air around us. It feels the same temperature as this one. So I think we'll go ahead and go ahead and undo this thing. I also think the derails may have even worse than angle. Yeah, you'll get here's how you learn. I also have a tackle over Alright. But so far so good. This is how we get to it. There we go. Accidentally tagged it in 3 spots right there. Alright, well, let's get her clamped up the other way, and we'll weld up this side. Alright, we've got it all clamped up. It's not like perfectly aligned, but it's clamped up enough to try and hold it in place, which is what we're doing. And I just got to weld this side up. So I'm going to get to it. Let that cool. Actually ran out of clamps doing this. I'm gonna need a lot more clamps when I start building the rest of the frame, especially when I get to the front suspension. What I really don't want to see is for these things to go spring and be completely different. Alright, there we go. There's our old rail. We gotta clean that up because it's got a bunch of spatter all over it. And here's our new one, all welded up and ready to get ground. And right there is where I ran out of footage. Did the whole grinding on that thing, got it all done, and didn't film any of it for you guys. So I apologize for that. But it's not that big a deal because we have to do this exact same procedure with several more sections of frame rail as we continue along. So plenty of opportunity for you guys to see the whole process in detail. And here's the finished product. I didn't get to, as I might have already said, I didn't get to finish because we ran out of footage. But here we are. 2 finished rails. Angles are good. Let's get these together. Angles are good. They line up to each other, which is what's important. And that makes it time for us to move on to the next section of frame. We also got to worry about the cross members and whatnot on this. They came out nice, as you can see, as far as size to each other. And these are my brackets I started making. We'll be seeing that in probably the next installment. I'm just going to stick them between them so it holds it up. But we're going to have 4 of these brackets welded in here and the outside. So it's going to be welded about like this. And yeah, that bracket is very overkill, I think. I'm beginning to wonder if I shouldn't make them out a 1/4 inch. But you know what? I think I'm going to stick with the 1/4 inch. Yeah, worry about that later. So anyway, yeah, I've got some low spots I got to weld back up and regrind. Definitely got a few low spots here and there. I think this is just low spots again. There are no cracks or anything. I looked up in here. We got good penetration, whatnot. We should have plenty of meat in these corners. But I do need to go through and fix a few things there cosmetically. Those are low spots. This is actually some damage from, I didn't have the ground on it, and the magnet acted as a ground, and it chunked out some metal there. But overall, I'd say I'm pretty pleased. There we go. So there it is. We got a couple frame rails. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen in the next one. I had to cut down about 4.5 hours of footage, and I lost about 2 hours of footage. So I got to get better at filming. It took me 4 days. Yeah, 4 days to edit this stupid thing, and look how bad it turned out. Jeez, I got to do better from now on. But it's good stuff, right? We're going in the right direction finally. So we got a whole bunch of new parts in. We're going to continue working on this frame. We've got brackets to make. We've got more frame rails to come up with, and we got to get the front suspension all lined up. We do have a lot of parts. I'm going to start getting that stuff out. But anyway, thanks for watching this one. Sorry it was so weird, but I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see where this thing's going. And we'll see you later. Take care of yourselves.